Hello, guys. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome.
Guys, I'm already laughing at
this
episode.
This is a hot mess, y'all. I know you have seen this or heard about it. 8th grade Arizona teacher and her husband, they lost their jobs after filming OnlyFans videos in class.
Now, I want to say this. This was not during class.
No, it was not during. The kids were gone. But
this was not during class.
They used the facilities.
And did they use equipment?
Let me read.
I want to say that they did in some capacity.
I didn't see they used equipment, but they did use the space. So I guess they were wanting that kind of a
vibe
of a set, you know. The teachers claimed the side hustle was necessary to supplement their low salaries. The middle school science teacher uploaded the X-rated videos for her OnlyFans page, which her students found and shared with each other. So she uploaded it at work.
Right. So it was in the cloud or in something.
It was something. So while she was,
Lord.
Something was going on, she uploaded the pictures, which they found. And then the kids Dropboxed it. So I don't even know.
So they say, I'm saving this for later.
And shared with each other.
Oh my gosh.
Which they found and shared with each other. Her husband took part, and he's a school teacher too, y'all. Her husband took part in the adult productions inside the Lake Havasu United School District building. So they were in a building at their school. I don't know if it was an outbuilding. I don't know what kind of, it was.
We don't know the details.
We don't know the details, but they did use the building after school. No children were there. The teacher chose an anonymous name, as well as blocking the entire state of Arizona on the OnlyFans site so that it wasn't accessible to anyone living in the state. So they were thinking they were safe. Like, but okay, that's cool. But why would you be at school filming?
So this is my thing.
And downloading at school.
To say, okay, we have to do this to supplement our income. That may very well be true. Okay, we all know and love a teacher, right? So that may be true.
Okay, no,
but
wait.
You knew you was wrong when you blocked the whole state of Arizona. Wait.
Okay, you might need a second job, but you didn't have to do this job.
Well, I mean, I guess
let's clarify. You might need a side hustle, guys, but you didn't need this side hustle.
I got to break this so down. Hard.
Okay, so she blocked Arizona.
So you knew you was wrong.
So the teacher admitted she created explicit content in a classroom and advertised it, but claimed she did so after school hours. And then the students have been airdropping the images.
Oh my god.
So they have been sharing the images.
And what grade is this? You said
she's an 8th grade teacher.
Guys, do you remember 8th grade?
Let me see. The husband is a school teacher too. I don't believe it was at the same school. I didn't write that down, but I don't believe they were. He is a teacher, but it wasn't. They were not together. They're not in the same school. But
I'm just giggling, y'all.
Well, I remember a friend. It was a friend of a friend that was a school teacher, and she got pregnant. Her and her boyfriend got pregnant, and she was terrified she was going to lose her job because they had signed a morality clause. There was a morality clause in their contract. And I mean, they used to call you on that.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't want.
It used to be really strict.
Right. Yeah. So I've got a problem with this.
Oh, I do too. Now listen, I'm giggling for so many reasons.
It is fun. I mean, it's stupidity.
And it's also a sad day when teachers, as someone who formerly taught, my sister-in-law is a teacher, my mom was a teacher, being surrounded by teachers. It is just a sad day when teachers cannot pay their bills with a teacher's salary. Yeah. Like that's really sad. Now you are absolutely right. You may need a side hustle. You didn't have to do this side hustle.
And then,
then in the classroom,
this is my thing too.
That's my issue.
Right. Okay. If you want to do it, there's some stuff you could do that wouldn't be explicit. Now this is so funny, y'all. All my House of Dragon watchers, you remember the scene with the queen? She's got a little henchman who does her dirty work, wax folks for her, spies for her, does everything for her. And he's got some kind of a limp. This is supposed to be back in the day. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's got a limp. So he got a thing for feet, unbeknownst to me, because I guess I don't pay attention that hard, y'all.
Yes, I remember.
But we're watching it, and so the queen, they're just talking, and
oh my gosh,
y'all.
Didn't your mom tell you this?
Wait, Patty Tucker had it all wrapped up. We're watching, and you see the queen take off her shoes, and in my mind, I'm just thinking that's kind of interesting. I don't remember seeing that before. And she kind of puts her feet up, and I'm thinking she get real comfortable, but still completely oblivious. And my mom said he getting off. And the next scene, sure enough. And I am just clueless. Like, Lisa, what? My 85-year-old mama knew what was happening, okay? That this is his jam. Feet are his jam.
And you know how she knew? She a former educator.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
They come across all types. I'm serious.
If I'm a school teacher and I feel that I want to do this,
right?
I do something like that. So if you saw me, you don't know what you just see my feet.
You just see my feet. Now you know what? Okay.
And even if you knew it was me, is it really? I'm just showing my feet.
It's my feet.
I don't know what you're doing with it. It's just my feet. I would not go through the whole.
I had a buddy in college, and I will be vague, but she has paid off all of her student loans, and that is how. And we had a whole joke about this. I mean, it was a joke and it wasn't a joke. She was like, you should just da-da-da-da-da. I said, I can't. I have tattoos. But that was the whole joke was you would know it's me.
This is a pain threshold to me. This is what there's some stuff that some people are just not going to do. And this is one of mine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not a thing. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not.
It's just not yours.
It's just I wouldn't do it. And like I said, if
I
I
wouldn't have done it in the damn classroom.
Why? Do something. The feet. There's people get off on all kind of weird stuff. Hands.
Yeah.
Elbows. Whatever. It would be something just so bizarre.
Here's a fun
that you wouldn't. And I wouldn't get in trouble for.
Here's a fun fact: the little squishy skin on your elbow is called a weenus.
Ooh.
And so when my husband and I started dating, I would always grab it. He's like, what are you doing? And we started dating. My husband was very, very skinny. Very skinny. He had been skinny as long as I'd ever known him. So any weight he's gained is probably my fault. But I would grab it because he didn't have any extra skin anywhere. I mean, he was so slim. And he was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm playing with your weenus. And he's like, what? I'm playing with your weenus. He's like, why do you keep saying?
How do you spell it?
I guess like penis. I'm not sure. I'll look it up.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But anyway, that's what it's called. So when you said people get off on elbows, I'm like, it's a weenus.
There's all kinds of things. So yeah, that's what, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking.
It is.
And then
it is weenus, just like penis.
Really?
Yeah, but with a W.
You heard it here first. Okay, but not okay. So she thought to block the whole state of Arizona,
which meant you knew you weren't supposed to be doing it.
But then why are you using the school?
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you
makes no
downloading stuff at school? And everybody does stuff at work that you're not supposed to be doing. You're playing on the computer.
But you're not posting your cookie.
Right? This is what, and then in a classroom full of kids, like, are you, even if you're home and your kids are around, there's some stuff that you don't pull up.
Listen, you better cut it out. Yeah.
Like you just don't.
Okay.
You got a whole room of kids and you're downloading where they are curious as hell.
They're nasty as hell. Your hormones are raging.
They're drop boxing to each other.
I've talked about this so many times on our show. I love Big Mouth. The Netflix. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing is centered around emotional and sexual awkwardness in junior high school. Yes. So in junior high school, that's when it really becomes apparent to you.
The teacher.
This is not the time to show your cookie anywhere. And hello, these kids now, I mean, we were smart too.
They're so tech savvy.
They're so tech savvy.
Which they had to be.
Clearly.
Because she thought she was just doing it. In some kind of way, they tapped into her.
And somebody said, hey, send me $10. I'm gonna drop box you something you ain't never seen before, and there you go. And come on, kids
Miss
using
Smith. That's what they drop boxing. Can you imagine?
She served us cookies in kindergarten, right? And here's her cookie.
Can you imagine the talk at the lunch table?
That's what I was about to say.
And then
now all kids have, not all, but most have like real phones. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like when your kids were younger, especially your oldest too, you know, they're my age. Yes, parents. We had that Nokia with the polymetric ringtones. You know, we thought we were so cool with that little Nokia. Had one game on it, couldn't do nothing else. These kids now have iPhones, and just the newest technology, and they know how to use it. Hey, dude, download Dropbox. I'm gonna send you something. And then this is the other thing that I think is stupid. Now, this is just me, guys. You all know I'm an entrepreneur, so the business owner in me believes in protecting your assets. If I can get your cookie via Dropbox from one of your students for $5, why would I pay for the subscription on OnlyFans, dummy? That's not protecting your assets. Now, that's just me, and I know that's not.
The kids could get in that. Other people could too.
Other people can too.
It's just the whole thing.
So now you got free cookies.
I don't know. Something about it,
It bothers Lisa, y'all.
It does, because I just feel like there's something else you could do. These two professions don't go together.
Well, my thing is,
they shouldn't go together.
I would feel very differently if the set was not the school. If this is what you did in your basement and your whatever. She
had a whole hit me baby one more time thing going on, okay?
Baby. Wasn't ready. Not the schoolgirl. But really.
She had it going on, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well, no, come on now. If you're using a school setting.
Okay, listen. She could have set that up at home.
At home, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't feel the same. If she would have set it up at home.
And they have kids too. So
snap, crackle, and pop.
That's some of it. They couldn't go home to do it because their kids are. I mean, so you're there
and
around.
Now your kids. Oh my gosh!
You need another hustle. That's all I'm saying.
Now I agree with that, because when you're an educator and your kids are in school too,
judging y'all or anything. But if you've got kids, you're an educator. This is risky behavior. Y'all know I'm risk averse. This is not something you need to be doing. So both her and her husband, they had a problem making ends meet. They really got a problem now because both of them lost their jobs. So I hope this OnlyFans thing works out,
honey,
because they,
rent.
That's a sad. And I don't know that anybody would hire them. Not after this.
You think?
Yeah. So I don't know. It ain't looking good.
It's not.
It's not looking good. So,
oh my gosh. Well, I guess that brings us
to self.
Yes.
Note to self. Okay, but
think before you kink.
On the spicy topic, on the topic of spiciness, there's a new app called Feeld. Feeld.
Feeld. Okay.
I'm saying it Feeld.
No. I'm trying to think of what.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was saving it for y'all because we're going to look at it together. But basically, the tagline is the spiciest dating app in town. So you meet like-minded humans near you. You can find couples and singles, depending on what your jam is. You can select from 20 plus sexualities. I looked this up because I didn't know the word 20. But basically, some of them like, straight, gay, bi, lesbian, polysexual, to name a few. You can explore your desires safely. You pair up with a partner, a lover, or a friend. So it doesn't have to be sex. It could just be friendship. Maybe I'll just talk about your kinks. I don't know. And you can join a field corps to make connections globally. So if there's something that you're interested in, it would be like a chat room, I guess, of people
That's what I'm guessing.
That have similar interests, so you can talk to them. So I was getting on it, y'all, so I can just for research, mind you. So
you have the basic one, right?
Okay, so yeah. So I'm just on here. So, it asks you for your date of birth. Okay, and it says call me by, and it says imaginary name.
So you used your stripper name.
I was thinking to use, we talked about this before, y'all. You know, your stripper name, use your first pet with the street that you grew up on. So mine is Honey Stevens.
You have a good one.
Just in case you want to know.
I don't have a good stripper name. I'm gonna have to look this up. I need a new one.
Okay, so you select your gender. They have lots of genders.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot.
So gender questioning, intersex, trans of all kinds, two-spirit, pangender, non-binary, anything you want. You identify as, and that's, I believe that's the 20 plus. Once again, some that I don't even know what they are, y'all. I'm going to have to get it. Would they be in the dictionary even? I don't even know.
No, but I'll send you a screenshot.
Okay. So we'll post this maybe. and see. Okay. Then it asks you like who you're looking for. So it could be if you want a threesome, just
what exactly you're looking for. Yeah.
Lots of choices. And then what are your desires and fantasies? So there are tags that appear in your profile that you can edit. You don't have to show those if you don't want to.
Right.
But on this helps them
identify what you're looking for.
Right. So it'll be, you just want to watch, you're just curious, it's casual, three-way, a couple, you've got kinks, whatever. Then you add a picture. Now, surprisingly enough, they don't want nudes or anything very sexual.
I wouldn't.
That kind of surprised me, though.
No,
I don't know why.
It's based in curiosity, but it's not a hookup. It's not a hookup app, I don't think, from what I read.
Okay, so for enhanced control on who can see your profile and photos,
the majestic.
You can use incognito mode or private photos.
Yes.
So everybody, if you don't want people to see it, they don't have to see it. Okay. So they do not want nudity. They don't want lingerie or shirtless selfies or anything like that. They will block you. So just FYI.
Stick to OnlyFans.
Yeah. You and the
educators. Yeah, no, it's very interesting. I think it's more.
I'm adding my Christmas tree. Okay.
It's more based in exploration.
I'm deleting curiosity as soon as we hang up, but
you're going to go down a rabbit hole. You wait and see, and you're going to be like, "What is this? And what is this?"
No, okay. So then it asks you exploring together. Pair your account with a partner,
right?
So if you and your significant other are
it is couples friendly.
You can invite a partner, and they ask you, where they want to know if they can use your location. So if you want to hook up with somebody that lives near you, otherwise it could be a ways away. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally, guys, just so you know, I'm going to be on this. It's so interesting to me.
Okay, and then help us improve field. We use external services to track how field is performing for you. We don't sell your data. Okay, so they're asking permission. Okay.
And they have a
for
blog
30
too.
days. They're having a sale. It's $11.99 for 30 days. And that's 20% off, or you can do 90 days for $23.99. Okay, so
Is this a Black Friday sale?
right. Okay, so
holiday sale. And if you're listening to this and you're like, wait, what? I don't get it.
I know. Okay, so this is the guide. So there's no discrimination. It's all about inclusivity, acceptance, and respect. Discriminatory or aggressive behavior will result in removal from their platform and a ban from attending their events. So they're going to have events where you can meet up. Consent is a fundamental principle of field. Take the time to talk about what you and your partners expect from each other, and always respect boundaries. No one owes you anything, so be prepared to hear as well as say no. Be open to others. We're all different. If someone's into something that you don't like or that you don't want to share, that doesn't make it any less worthy of respect. So you just move on to find someone who's more like you. Keep nude pictures private, please. That, once again, they don't want that.
That's not what it's about.
Yes. Only real humans accepted. So there won't be any fake profiles or catfishing or other forms of falsified personas and identities. Will result in permanent ban from the platform. So don't do that. We are humans too. Please remember that on the other side of the screen, there are real humans who work devotedly day and night to make field a safe place, yada, yada, yada. So we just wanted to share this with you. What we thought, it's kind of like our sex life episode.
Yes, it is very much so.
This allows you to have that conversation up front.
I agree.
So
and to cut the BS.
Right. So if you have a kink or bend or you want to experiment with something, you can be totally upfront, and whoever it on the other side of the screen knows this is what you're into. So they can pass.
Yes.
No harm, no foul. You don't
and you're not waiting till X amount of dates to break that ice.
Yeah. That angst of when do I tell?
Yes.
Or when do we have the conversation?
Yes. How are they going to perceive the relationship?
This? Yes. Yeah. It can be totally upfront. So it was kind of interesting to me that there is an app, and hopefully they will vet people and make it a safe place, like Raya, who I still feel like all of them should be like that.
Yes. Yes.
But Raya, you have to have somebody has to recommend you.
Yes, and absolutely vetted. Like that one is very through and
right.
through.
It's because there's a lot of celebrities and I don't know, different people on there. So it's very well vetted, and you have to be recommended, just like a club, a country club or something. Yes. Somebody has to bring you in. So it's that type of thing. But I feel like all of them should be that. Me personally, I feel that.
I do too.
I think they should be vetted.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this one made that shift eventually.
Yeah, it sounds like they're trying to.
They have a really good blog.
Yes.
They have so many different topics, and it's really not as hypersexual as one may believe. Like there are just some really, really, really good topics.
And some of it, it's just conversation. Mm-hmm. When I grew up, boomers will relate to this. Gay was not a thing. I mean, it was, but we didn't talk about it.
Right.
We didn't talk about it. If you just, John Q. Public, you probably didn't run across a gay person. And openly. Some of you Caucasian people, you're like that. If you're in the Midwest or from Nebraska, like Natasha's friend or somewhere, you maybe didn't see a black person,
you never saw
or a Hispanic person or whatever. So that's not an odd thing,
right.
So when I, my degree is in fashion merchandising, and oddly enough, there's a lot of gay guys in that,
right.
And so that was really my first opportunity to be around a lot of gay people.
Learn anything about the culture.
I was curious, and not in a way, I think, I pray. Looking back, I think I was very respectful. But, once you get close, I would ask questions. Like, I just want to know.
Right.
Like, what you're about, what you're, who you are. And
break down some of those stereotypes, some of those myths.
And came to love make just dear lifelong friends. So I guess having said that, this is a place for that.
Yes.
Some of you are just curious. Like, look, I really don't know maybe what I am or what I want to experiment with. What is this about?
Right.
And this would be a safe place to ask those questions.
I bet you a lot of people pursue this thinking something's missing, but I don't know what.
Yes. Yes.
Because it is a safe place to at least kind of explore. Does this do it? Nope, that doesn't do it for me. Nope, that doesn't do it. Oh, wait. Okay, wait,
but
this
I'm
is interesting.
Open.
But I'm open, right.
But I'm open to it.
And it's supposed to be non-judgmental on both sides. So you should be able to open a door and say, oh, no thanks, and close the door. And there should be no judgment. That should be okay.
I just want
by
to
design.
Check it out.
Yeah, by design. That's how it's set
like
up.
Shopping. I just want to try that on. Nah, that doesn't look good
doesn't
on
look
me.
as good on me as I thought it would.
But it's okay.
Yep.
You're window shopping and you're just looking. So this was really interesting. I read an article about it, and it was a woman probably close to my age that was going through a divorce or had divorce, and closer to my age than Natasha. She might not have been as old as me, but and she just wanted to explore a little. And maybe you had been in a relationship that was kind of confining, or maybe very traditional and not satisfying to
Doesn't
her.
that remind you of Good Luck Leo Grande?
Yes.
However it was.
Yes.
It reminds you of that.
It does. Where you just want to I had one thing and I wasn't happy.
Right.
And maybe.
Or this part of
and
me
it might have been
happy.
The person.
Right.
But it might have been the actual
acts.
Right.
Right.
So you're just curious. So I thought it was really interesting.
I do too. The blog is very...
I think it's really interesting. I think if some of you just on a whim, this would even be a fun date. Not that you even want a threesome. Not that.
Just
as a couple just to kind of go through and what is this? What's this about?
Right.
And I think that would be so cool. Yeah. Really.
Because I think a lot of times too, when you get partnered with someone, and especially when it becomes long-term, all you know is what you do.
Right.
Life gets busy, the day-to-day, like you're all you know is what you do. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
It's kind of one of those things too, you say, I've always been curious about XYZ.
How does this work?
And,
right.
What, just curious. I've just always been curious about it. Wonder what.
And then you can talk to a real person.
Right. Right.
And you're not reading what a 12-year-old typed perhaps on Wikipedia or, whatever it may be.
Right.
And then if you are into, and we're all about this, we're all about breaking down barriers, learning to love our neighbors who are not like us. Mm-hmm. I think this is imperative because it helps you to see someone. I think when gender or sexuality come into a conversation, things immediately become hypersexualized. And it may not be intentional, but it does.
Mm-hmm. And it's really not.
So I remember someone asked me, well, how did you decide to marry your husband? And I thought, if you ever see us together, we actually like each other, like legit like each other. So I was like, what do you mean? Like we're two like band geek goofballs together that happen to love anime. And my husband's drugged me to the dark side of loving dinosaurs. Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, but you're bisexual. Oh, okay. Well, don't you feel like you're missing out? I was like, missing. Well, you're going to be stuck with one person for the rest of your life. I was like, well, that's kind of marriage in most cases,
But that would be
no matter who I met. Right. In any,
you're going to be missing out.
Yes, you're going to be missing out. That's the point. Unless you have a very open relationship, you're going to be missing out.
That's kind of the point, right?
And I'm not a sharer. I'm now. That's the only time I'll be a very jealous person. I don't share. Period. I don't share cappuccino jelly bellies. I do not share cereal, and I don't share whoever I'm sleeping with. Those are my three. That's the things I don't share. And I just remember the conversation was stuck on sexuality. Like every answer I gave back, it went right back for them to but you're not going to be with another woman. You're not going to be with a woman ever again. I'm like, okay.
That's the only thing that defines a relationship.
Like, that's the only thing. And I'm like, do you think I only date women to sleep with them? Like, I actually enjoy their company. Surprise, surprise. So couldn't this have went either way? So I really believe this could help break down some barriers for someone who wants to research from the perspective of understanding, and you're not looking at it through this hypersexualized lens.
Or a political buzzword either.
Yes,
because
that's
in
true.
our society, we've kind of gone down that rabbit hole,
dark hole
of who and what people are.
Yes, they slap a label on you,
right.
and then
so this
you don't fit that.
Maybe help people get out of that.
Yes.
I just see a lot of benefits of it. Like I said, it's kind of a fun date in that this can help you have those hard conversations.
It can help you have other hard conversations as well.
Open that up.
Yes.
To where you can, but I kind of want to try this. Right. Or, it kind of can be the gateway to that.
Yes. And what's your...
And if you
may be something totally different. It just helps you get it out.
Hopefully you can find someone with your kids.
Yes.
And not have to go through all the frogs to get to your prince that has your same...
Because that's very difficult to date.
Jam,
Yeah. It is. It's difficult to date for a certain amount of time and then feel like you have to unveil the elephant in the room.
Right.
That's difficult. Like, just bump that.
And really never be you until you do. This way you're you from the beginning.
From jump.
Yeah. So I love that.
I do love that as well.
So up next, our picks for the sexiest man alive this week. But first, a message from our sponsor, BetterHelp.
During hard times, it can get really difficult if you don't have anyone to talk to. Being alone with your thoughts can be an isolating feeling that can allow negativity to consume you.
This is why we are sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. So many people use BetterHelp that they are currently recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee. That's betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee. Okay. Now, I do have mine, guys. Do you?
I do.
And I'm very proud. But you can go first if you want to. But I do have mine.
Okay. Mine this week is Luke Wilson, who is a Dallas guy. Okay. He's Owen Wilson's brother.
Okay.
He was in Legally Blonde. Y'all remember? And the sequel is coming out.
Yes,
so I don't, or is it Legally Blonde 3?
It's got to be 3 because there's already
there's a 2. So I hope he'll be in it.
I hope Reese Witherspoon's in this.
Yeah, if she is.
Okay,
she is, or she's got something to do with it, producing it. Okay, and I think at least in it some.
That's acceptable.
And maybe in it a lot. And he was in The Family Stone.
Oh yeah,
he's just cute. He's just a cute kind of goofy guy. I like him.
Funny.
Young,
I've been doing, but for some reason, cute Owen Wilson impressions, and my daughter is like, she thinks it's hilarious. So it's so funny. That's who you picked. I'm like,
yeah, and they're from Dallas, which is so bizarre. Yeah, a lot of people are from Dallas.
There's a lot, and Dallas is huge. So I mean, that's why.
Yeah,
I also went with someone who I think is hilarious.
Another funny guy.
Well, no, but not like that. Nick Offerman.
Oh my gosh.
What? Does he not do it for you?
Not like that. He is funny.
What?
He is seriously funny, but no. No.
If you could see Lisa's
I don't
face,
know why.
she just threw my sexiest man alive like out the door, y'all.
I'm sorry, Nick.
Kicked him down the stairs.
He is hilarious.
Ron Swanson doesn't do it for you?
No, ma'am. At all. Ooh, I can't even go there. I can't even
fix my lips to like have a response.
I don't know. You know what it is?
Guys,
I have to see him in his real, but I think that's him. If I saw him in his real life, but I think that is his real life. I think he looks like that, doesn't he?
Burn, guys.
But his wife is adorable.
She's okay.
So cute.
So you know his wife
is Tammy. Is a Tammy.
One of the Tammys.
And then played on Will and Grace.
Come on, Ron.
She's
I
so
love you, Ron.
cute and funny. And
He's hilarious,
but he's just too
lumberjacky.
Maybe. You know, that might be it. Because y'all know I don't do the woods. I have to tell you that I just got back from the woods. But it was a civilized woods. It was
were there no bears?
It was a luxury woods, okay? But I don't do the woods, and he looks like he just came out of the woods. We would have. I'd have to see him in his real life.
He's handsome. I like him so much.
I can't.
So here's what's funny. I fell in love with him as an animated character. That's how much I love him. So we watch. I know you've never seen this. We watch Great North, which is an animated series.
That sounds like something he would be in.
And he is Beef Tobin. That's his name. And so I'm like falling, and this happens forever, guys, because I don't like human TV. It drives me nuts. And so, but anything animated I can get into. So I'm like, I'm so in love with Beef Tobin. I'm telling my husband this. He's like, yeah, that seems like you. That seems legit. And then I'm listening and I'm like, why does this voice, like, I think I know Beef Tobin. Like, and then I'm thinking, this is getting unhealthy. I shouldn't be this in love with an animated character. Look it up. It's him. I was like, hello.
But I love Parks and Rec.
Yes.
I mean, so I do.
You're the one. I think you and Lauren got me to recommit to it, and then I loved it.
I mean, that's my go-to when I just want to unwind.
But he's not handsome to you.
No. Okay. Well, let me rephrase that because that sounds so bad. He's not a booger. It's not like I look at him and go ooh, but I don't look at him at all in a sexual way.
My heart's so sad.
Like it that's okay. Go
this
there.
just means this is a week.
But this is just
for me.
All I know him from.
We never have to worry about Lisa.
And a craft thing. Because one of my old blog friends, there was a craft show. You remember something like the Makers, something. It was a contest, and she was in it, and he was like the MC guy. Do you remember this?
Why is this?
It's like a year or two, a couple years ago.
Why is this why you remember him?
But he looked the same way. That's how he looks. I think that's him.
I know.
But sometimes it's a character. And then you
like
see
Ted Lasso, like Jason Sudeikis.
Right. So you see them in their life, and that's not who they are. That's just, but I think this is who he is.
I like him for who he is.
Okay. Till next time.
Yeah, now that she's drugged my sexiest man alive. Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
okay, loves. Thank you for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you are listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.
Part of the Boundless Audio Podcast Network.